Hey Next Level, we're so excited you've joined us tonight. Just a reminder to hop on the Zoom after service to connect with your small group. And if you don't have a small group, you can DM our Instagram page or comment below and we will get you linked in. Now let's worship.
You're like starlight in the dark, and the smiles can't conceal you. Every glimmer is a spark, catching fire as you break through. Oh, you're not far away, coming close. Oh, even as I wait, you're coming close. You're like summer in the night. Sun goes down, but still I feel you. And every shadow's turning bright. Every broken heart is made new. Oh, you're not far away, coming close. Even as I wait, you're coming close. There's no heart unseen, there's no space between you and I, you and I. You are closer than very oxygen. Breathing in, oh, I breathe you in. You are God with us, you are here with us, Emmanuel. You're not far away, coming close. Oh, You're like starlight in the dark. Endless smiles can't conceal you. Every glimmer is a spark, catching fire as you break through.
The king of my heart be the mountain where I run, the fountain I drink from. Oh, he is my song. And let the king of my heart be the shadow where I hide, the ransom for my life. Oh, he is my song. And you are good. Good, oh, you are good, good, oh, you are good, so good, oh, you are good, good, oh, and let the king of my heart be the wind inside my sails, the anchor in the waves. Oh, he is my song. And let the king of my heart be the fire inside my veins, the echo of my days. Oh, he is my song. And let the king of my heart be the wind inside my sails, the anchor in the waves. Oh, he is my song. And let the king of my heart be the fire inside my veins, the anchor of my days. Oh, he is my song. 'Cause you are good, you're good. Oh, you are good, you're good. Oh, you are good, you're good. Oh, you are good, you're good. Oh.
You're never gonna let me down. 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 'Cause you are good, you're good. Oh, 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 I know that you're
down low. I know that you are good, good. Oh, 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 so good, Lord. I believe it.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you today, God. We thank you for this opportunity to gather together and worship you, even from our separate locations. God, I pray that you would just, in this time, that you would just give us a peaceful heart, God, and that you would show us ways that we can show your love and be more like you, God. I pray that you would be with each and every student in their houses right now, and I pray that you would just give them protection and peace until we meet again. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hey, what's up, everyone? So my name is Chris. My wonderfully incredible wife, Lindy, and I are the youth pastors here. And man, I'm so excited that you're hopping on tonight. Now, here's what's going to be different about tonight is for those of you that may have been around here for a while, you will remember that in past years around this time of the year, we like to have a full service dedicated to honoring our seniors. And so typically, what that looks like is we invite them up on stage, they sit in these chairs, and I kind of interview them and talk to them about their time in youth and how the Lord's spoken to them. And so we usually do that. Emphasis on the usually. Now, how many know that this is not, the setup we're in is not usual? So here's what we're going to do tonight. Is we're still going to honor our seniors because they deserve to be honored. And we're still going to kind of hear from them and interview them and talk to them. And so I've actually recorded, I've sat down with them through Zoom, and I've recorded and interviewed them already. And so we're about to watch that. And here's what I want to do, is I want to encourage you with something, because you may be sitting there thinking, okay, Pastor Chris, well, I'm not a senior, so this doesn't apply to me. Yes, it does. Here's what's something that's cool about living the best life we can is we should always be thriving and have a desire to grow and learn. And so here's what you can do, is you can learn from those who have been where you are. And so I would encourage you, pay attention to what our seniors have to say. They've been through what you're going through. They've lived their life, and you might be able to learn from their experiences and be encouraged by their experiences and what the Lord has done through them and spoken to them. And so get ready for an awesome time. We love you. We miss you. Check it out.
Well, what's up, everyone watching? So I am here right now with our senior, some of our seniors, some of the class of 2020, and they have probably one of the strangest senior years of anyone of history, at least that's alive today. And so I kind of already explained it in the little intro you just saw, but we're just going to kind of sit down and talk with these guys and kind of hear their heart, hear what the Lord's done in their life throughout their time here at Next Level, and then also just kind of share some stuff for you. So this is how we're going to start. I'm just going to kind of go down the list, and I want you, my seniors watching like with me right now, I want you guys to say your name and where you're graduating from. Okay? So we're going to start with Kendall. You go.
Hi, I'm Kendall Anderson, and I am homeschooled, so I'm just going to say Anderson Academy because I get to choose the name now.
Awesome. Okay, Hannah Stumper, you go next. Even though I'm saying your name, say your name also.
Hi, I'm Hannah Stumper. I'm graduating from Trinity Christian School in Cedar Hill.
Awesome. Aiden, you go.
Hi, I'm Aiden Burwise, and I'm graduating from Lake Ridge High School.
Yeah. Okay, Hannah Davis.
Hi, I'm Hannah Renee Davis, and I am graduating from Legacy High School in Mansfield, Texas.
Yeah. Okay, Jacob, you go.
Hey, my name is Jacob Dela Cruz, and I'm graduating from Lake Ridge.
Heck yeah. Who's left? Angelica.
Hi, my name is Angelica, and I'm graduating from Arlington Collegiate High School.
Heck yeah. Last but not least, Miss Kyla.
Hi, I'm Kyla, and I'm graduating from Lake Ridge High School here in Mansfield.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what I need. While we were before we started recording, for everyone that's watching this, what we did was we were just kind of chatting, hanging out, and somehow baby pictures or little kid pictures got brought up. So those of you seniors that have a picture of you, show it on your screen right now. It is just so great. Like, look at that picture. Look at those. Oh my goodness. And I know Jacob. I think Jacob's is my favorite because he's just all geared up for home plate. Oh, Aiden, that is so good.
Yeah.
Hannah,
let me go get a baby picture.
Kyla, get that picture. Okay, so here's. I am going to.
I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you're good. I am going to show you my picture, a picture of me, my senior year of high school. This is me, my senior year of high school. Look at that. Look at that guy.
All different person.
All tan and buzzed head, and a whole lot thinner than I am now. That's for sure. You guys want to see me in 8th grade too?
Here's my baby picture.
Let's see. Oh, adorbs. Straight adorbs.
Still make the same face today.
Here's me 8th grade. Little 8th grade Chris, all dressed up in his suit. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask you guys some questions, and you're gonna answer them. And we'll just kind of go with the list. So on my screen, we're going to go with Jacob Dela Cruz first. So Jacob, here is the question that's the first question that I'm going to ask you guys. If I can find it. Oh, goodness. I had it all prepped, but then because I went and looked for my picture. Okay, guys, here's the question I'm asking you first. The first question I'm asking is, what was your favorite or most memorable memory or moment from your time at Next Level? Jacob, you go first.
So I guess for my best memory overall was just making new friends, because at first I wasn't really open to talk to anyone, and when I got to go to youth over the years, I started talking to everyone, and so I really enjoyed having the privilege to talk to everyone and make new friends at the youth group.
I love it, man. Angelica, what about you?
My most memorable memory will probably be my first year going to Converge, because I had 2 people who are really close to me come with me, and also being able to worship God with them, and just hanging around with them. It was fun.
So inviting friends to go to big events with you is awesome, because you can bring friends that don't maybe come to our youth group. You bring them with you to a big event like that. Then they meet other people and they make friends. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hannah Davis, what about you?
My favorite memory was getting to share my first missions trip with everyone at Next Level. Because I think, and probably one of my favorite memories from the missions trip was getting to be a part of the kids crusade and to do all the dances and jump around and act all crazy with the kids. But yeah, it was a great experience.
Yeah, I remember you. Were you one of the ones that dressed up as in this big cello costume? Like a cello instrument?
Chelita,
something like that, yeah.
I think it was that.
The missions trip was so much fun.
It was.
Yeah. Kyla, what about you? What's your most memorable or favorite moment from being at Next Level?
My most memorable would have to be the lock-ins, because for me it was just I was connecting with Aiden, and Aiden invited me to the little lock-in. It was just pretty fun.
Heck yeah.
So.
Okay, so that's a good transition. So Aiden, what's your most memorable favorite moment?
My favorite memory of being in Next Level was when Miss Lindy had a charity basketball game at her school, and me, Rohi, Sunny, and the twins, and Emily's brother got to play basketball and connect with others.
That was cool.
Yeah.
You guys dominated. Next Level represented at that basketball game.
Yeah.
Hannah Stumper, what about you?
So I haven't been here very long, but the
Yeah,
time
you've
that
been
made
with us one year exactly, pretty much.
almost 1 year.
Almost
It'll be 1 year
year.
in August.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it
So
feels like you've been with us forever.
yeah. So my favorite memory was definitely the first time I came and visited Next Level, because visiting a new church is always very stressful for me, because like you don't know if you're going to connect, and like if you've had bad experiences in the past, like you're kind of wary of that. But like I went in and you and Lindy both knew my name, and then Kendall came up to me and was like, "You must be Hannah," and I was like, "I have no idea who you are, but yes, I am." And I just felt really welcome, and that hasn't changed.
Awesome. Yeah, you probably walked in thinking, who are these crazy people?
Honestly, yeah. But I loved it. I loved it.
And then you're probably thinking, I'm pretty crazy. I'll fit in.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Kendall, what about you? What is one of your most memorable or favorite moments to be at Next Level?
My probably most memorable moment was recent, actually. Like Hannah Davis said, when we were on the missions trip, it just impacted my life a lot. But the one thing that I don't think I will ever forget is when we got locked in a bathroom at like midnight and didn't get out until like 3 a.m.
In a different country.
In a different country, and nobody would wake up. And nobody would wake up. So we were just sitting there like, what are we gonna do? I remember vividly like preparing to like sleep on this bathroom floor and just have somebody find us sleeping there in the morning. But
oh my goodness, we were so prepared to stay there the whole night.
Yeah, well, I kind of wished you would have got stuck there. It would have served you right.
It was Hannah's fault.
Yeah, well, that mission trip was a blast.
I was
okay, transitioning to our next question. What is something that the Lord has spoken to you during your time here at Next Level? Now, that could be in your personal time at home. It could be at a service. It could be at like camp or an event, or hanging out with friends, doing your own little worship night. I don't know. But during your time at Next Level, however long that was, Hannah 1 year, the rest of you guys a lot more. What's something that the Lord has spoken to you during that time? Hannah Stumper, you're the first one on my screen, so I'm gonna let you go.
Mine's kind of it's a threefold thing. It's to love, lead, and let go. So he taught me to love, because coming to the Grace Place and coming to Next Level, I was received with such open arms and such like compassion and love that ever since I've been there, like that's really just been like what I've aimed to do. And so then I was taught to lead by becoming a student leader and getting on worship team, and becoming almost like a worship intern of sorts, and then doing tech team, and just really exploring all areas that I could and falling in love with them. And then to let go and to not let previous experiences ruin new situations that are very good.
That's awesome. That is really cool. Is that stuff written down?
No.
You should write it down so that you can remember what the Lord spoke to you during that time.
I should.
Yeah. Kendall, what about you? What's something the Lord has spoken to you during your time at Next Level?
This is a couple years ago, actually. We did a Speed the Light service, and I remember Pastor Chris saying, like, just pray about it for a couple minutes and see like what goal you have, or like what the Lord is speaking to you. And God put in my head $1,000, and I didn't work, and I still kind of off and on work right now. But I was like, oh my gosh, like that's crazy. Like, how am I gonna raise this? Like, God, what am I gonna do? And I just prayed and prayed about it, and one thing led to another, and doors kept opening, and I made all the money and went over my goal by the end of the year, and I raised over $1,000. And so that's one of the missions things that God has spoke to me over the years.
I love Speed the Light so much, and that's why we talk about it all the time. And it's so important. So I'm thankful that you allowed the Lord to speak to you, and that you were obedient to what He said to you when it came to Speed the Light. So thanks for that. Aiden, what about you, man? What's something that the Lord's spoken to you during your time here at Next Level?
Okay, so at Fine Arts, I did a short sermon and with Pastor Chris's help, and he actually spoke to me through my sermon with the message I had. My message was to be a light in the world, so that's basically what he spoke to me. He said to be a light in the world in anything you do, whether it be prayer, talking to someone about God, or just being energized in youth, or anything you do. Just be a light in the world and not be a shadow.
Heck yeah, man. And it was a killer short sermon.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for like you go off to your college, and I'm waiting for see all these Instagram posts about revival happening in whatever college Aiden Burwise is going to.
Of course.
Cool, awesome, that's great, man. Hannah Davis, what about you? What's something the Lord's spoken to you?
Yeah, I think it's been throughout the years. There's been different times that God has, specifically, spoke to me. But I think one recently is kind of like, going into this new season and trying to have peace. He's reassured me on a lot of things and has helped encourage me to take part in being involved in missions at the missions trip he spoke a lot to me as well, but he also encouraged me to just keep running towards him and not exactly kind of just lay any worries about the future at all, just kind of pursue after him and what he has for me. And he's definitely spoke a lot of peace over my life.
That's awesome. I love hearing stuff like that. Kyla, what about you? What's something the Lord's spoken to you during your time at Next Level?
Well, it's been a lot of times, but the most memorable for me would have to be the mission trip, only because, as I told you and Lindy, it was just like for me being able to just raise my hands during praise and worship, or just to be able to just go out and pray for somebody. I feel as if it was like my my mission then to just not be afraid, because I think that's most of my problem is being afraid of just allowing God to just speak through me to other people.
Yeah.
But I think that would have to be the most memorable time that God actually did that for me.
That's great. That's real good. Well, and I'd encourage you. I mean, that's probably what so many people think, is they're just afraid of letting the Lord use them and take that step into doing something. So I'm proud of you for taking that step and doing it.
Thank you.
Get it, girl. Jacob, what about you, man? What's something the Lord's spoken to you?
Well, God has spoken to me that I should open myself up to other people, and also that so that they can reach out to me, because I've gone through hardships that I never had no one to speak to, and God told me is you need to use that experience to help others with different problems that they have, and they can't reach out to people, so you need to be that person for them. And so that's what God's spoken to me, and I still go by that.
Good. Is that written down? I should have said this for everyone. Whatever the Lord's speaking to you, make sure you write that down, because it's going to get difficult times are going to come, and you're going to be doubting, and then you need to go back and look at stuff that the Lord's spoken to you to remind you of what He said. So, Angelica, what about you? Have you said anything yet? Okay. Yep. I think you're the last one for this question.
Something that God has spoken to me is a reminder that that I'm not alone, and that He is always with me. Like whenever I feel alone, that God is with me, and that God has placed people in my life to help me when I feel alone. So that is something that it was just a reminder that God was always reminding me when I feel alone that He's with me, and then there are people around me who are with me.
Yeah, great. I love it. It warms my heart as a youth pastor, just as a person, as a Christian, to hear what the Lord is doing in other people's lives. And it's encouraging. It's encouraging because we don't oftentimes we don't always feel like the Lord is speaking to us, but when we can hear what He's doing in other people's lives, it can kind of build our faith and be like, okay, yeah, the Lord does speak to people, because He spoke to Angelica, He spoke to Aiden and Kyla and everyone. I know He can speak to me now. So we'll kind of go into this last and final question, and we'll start with Jacob. We're going to start with Jacob because you're the first one I see on my screen. The last question is, you as seniors, okay, class of 2020, you've, lived 17, 18 years. You've had ups and downs. You've probably collectively, between all of you, at some point have probably all dealt with some sort of struggle or fear or whatever that a lot of the students watching this might be dealing with currently. So what is one piece of advice that you would leave to the next crew, the next people coming up, all the students watching this, junior high through juniors in high school? What is something that you would say? Jacob, you go.
Honestly, a piece of advice I'd give someone is that don't let your past or whatever you end up doing define your future. Because if it's something bad, you don't have to live by that for the rest of your life, and that you could change as a person over time and grow better and grow closer with God.
I like that a lot. Angelica, what about you?
I would say surround yourself with like positive people and get advice from those who speak love to you, because it honestly kind of changes you. It kind of makes you also positive, and it makes you think more positive. So hanging around people who are like positive and getting advice from those who are giving you good advice and advice that is love, because God is love. So loving advice is gonna help you. Yeah.
Let me ask. So you said surround yourself with good people. Do you remember what Pastor? I've said this before, but I stole it from Pastor. What he likes to say about surrounding yourself with the right people. Do you remember what it is? Like, you add up the 5 people that you spend the most time with, and then you are the average of that. So that's a great word of advice that you just gave, is all these people watching, whoever you are spending the most time with, ask yourself, you're going to turn into that if you're not careful. And so are you spending the time with good people, or are you around people that you don't want to live that kind of life? So good job, girl. Hannah Davis, what about you? What's the piece of advice that you would leave with the rest of those watching?
Yeah, so a piece of advice that I would leave is to always strive for the positive outlook on life, and to never lose hope in the battles that you face, and when things come against you and knock you down. As long as I would advise, to strengthen your relationship with God as much as you can, because it's really going to sustain you through those battles and through those hard times. Because the closer at this age, the closer that you get your relationship with God, the more that's going to become your source of reliance, and it's going to make things in life a lot more joyful and happy, because you know that you have a God and a personal God that you can turn to when things get rough. But definitely always, just leaving your worries and your fears at the feet of God is is a great thing to, if you can get that rhythm and that kind of relationship where you know that you can bring everything to God and He's going to meet you right where you're at, it's going to sustain you. So working on that relationship and really preparing yourself for those battles.
Yeah, something's going to come, whether we are in it right now or not. So we should strengthen our relationship with Jesus now to prepare for what's to come. Kyla, what about you? What's something a piece of advice that you would leave?
I have a lot, but I'll just try to keep it very short. I would say for me is to share for others is to just be yourself. I know that, being here at the Grace Place for almost like 5 years now, I had a struggle with battling between trying to be into the world and then, come to church, and then it will clash. But I feel like if you just truly just be yourself without trying to have to confine to those at school and stuff like that, your light will show.
Yeah.
But other than that, just not to be afraid of, to just try new things, like go to church and stuff like that, because that was really my big deal when coming like moving here to Texas, was just that nobody could understand like, you know, me as a person and would care about, you know, the hardships that I went through before moving down here and stuff like that. But I feel like Angelica said, if you just surround yourself around the right people, it will make its way through to, you know, anything that happened that you're dealing with to just, you know, go away pretty much.
That's great. You will be the best you that God created you to be. You won't be a very good someone else trying to mimic with who they are or what the world's doing, but who God created you to be, that's the best version of you. So that's some great piece of advice, Kyla. Now, Kendall, how about you? I think you might be muted. There you
Yeah,
go.
sorry. This is probably everybody is going to be like, oh, that's the cheesiest thing ever. But I would just say enjoy it while you're in high school and junior high. Enjoy like the memories. Go to the football games. Like just have fun with it and enjoy it, because I like, even though I'm homeschooled, I still got to go to a whole bunch of like football games and stuff like that. And now that it's over, I was like, man, people like, I always thought, oh, that's so cheesy. But now that it's over, I'm like, man, like I already miss it. And so, yeah, just
No, that's
enjoy
great.
life.
It's cheesy because it's correct.
Enjoy
it's cheesy
it.
because it gets used
Have
a lot.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Hannah Stumper, how about you? Piece of advice you'd leave for the rest of us watching.
Don't allow your fear to discredit you. Your abilities, like anything, because I went through a lot of my life allowing my fear to silence me and to discredit my abilities. Especially with like doing music and things like that. If you would have told me 2 years ago that I would be a music major now, I would have laughed in your face. But I didn't let my fear stop me, and I went further than I thought I ever could. So when people tell you you're good at something, when people tell you like they see potential in you, or like even if they don't, even if you just see potential in yourself, like don't allow the fear and insecurity to hold you back from doing something great.
Yeah, that's great. Aiden, what's up, man? Last but not least, what's a piece of advice that you would leave for those watching this right now?
Okay, my advice is kind of simple and cheesy as well, but my advice, but my advice is to just work hard in whatever you do and don't wait for something to happen. Go after what you want. And also, even if you fall down or if you get set back, let your passion carry you through in whatever you do. Like, a quick little thing is, I wanted to try something, but I waited 2 years to try it. And then when I actually tried it, I worked, and now I'm good at it. And I got a bunch of doors open for me just because I tried. So don't ever give up on what you do. And even while you're doing what you're doing in your craft, don't let that one thing stop you from your relationship with God. Don't let one thing take over your life and then you forget God and have him in the past. You got to have a balance of both. And that's my advice. Yeah.
Aiden, that's good stuff. That's very good. Very good. Guys, I'll tell you this, man, I am so grateful that that we got this chance to do this. Lindy and I all week, well, for a longer, but especially this week, we have constantly just been laying in bed or sitting on the couch talking about our senior class and how much we'll miss you guys. And, you know, before we started recording this, I mentioned like you guys had been with us since the beginning, since Lindy and I got here, and you're graduating, and it's very cool to see who, when you guys were in 8th grade, it's real cool to see where you are now and who the Lord has molded you into, who you've allowed the Lord to shape you into, all because you were obedient to what he was speaking to you. Now, obviously, there's always bumps in the road and trying to figure it out. But we are very blessed to have had you guys in our life and extremely excited. As much as we just want to keep you, and I've been praying that you'd fail your senior year just so you could stick around. As much as that's true, we're excited for you to move on into whatever's next that the Lord has for you in college and in your career and just in life and what he wants to do. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to pray for you. And every one of you guys watching this, I want you to pray for these guys as well with me as I'm praying. Now, this is just a small amount of all the seniors we have. We've got about 17 seniors that would consider themselves a part of our youth family. This is just a small amount of that. And so this prayer is for all the seniors, you, but also all the seniors. And so those of you guys watching, lift up a prayer with me for these guys. And my seniors on with me right now, I'd encourage you when I'm praying, close your eyes, because if not, and you're kind of like looking around, everyone knows you're peeking during prayer because everyone's watching you right now. I'm just being fun. All right, Lord, man, I am so honored that you have allowed Lindy and I to be in this group's life. It's been really cool to just watch them grow and develop. And I mean, the last 5 years, Lord, to see who you are calling them to be. And we've seen you do incredible things, not just in them, but God, we've seen you do incredible things through them as teenagers. And so what I'm excited for is to watch the even more incredible things you're going to do through them as the years go on. And so God, I pray blessings over them. Would you continue to stir a fire in them, Lord, for you, a desire to spend time with you. And God, as they go off to college and whatever life holds for them, there's going to be a lot of voices in their head trying to pull them one way, and oftentimes it's going to be away from you. And so God, would you create stability, spiritual stability in their life? Would you surround them with godly friends like Angelica and Kyla had mentioned? Surround them with godly people in a healthy church that they can be a part of and serve in, to be grounded in you. Because ultimately, God, as they step into adulthood and into what it is that you've got for them, it's going to be difficult to continue to stand for you. And so I just ask that you would be their strength. They would never forget the incredible things you've done in their life that can help fuel them moving forward. We love you and we love them. In Jesus' name, everybody said,
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Cool.
Amen.
So this little Zoom thing's over. We love you guys very much. Go ahead and wave, and on a count of 3, wave and say bye to all those watching. This is what I'm going to do. Everyone watching this, go ahead and log into your Zoom with your small group right now. We love you. Deuces. All right. Peace out, everyone. Go ahead and wave. Yeah.